Hello and welcome back to my channel, Thrifty Day. My name is Leah. I'm the creator behind Thrifty Day, and today's episode is going to be a long, chatty journal with me video. I have so many layouts I've sort of put on hold because I've just had so many things happening that I just wanted to sit down with my journal. I haven't done that in a while, and so it's good for the soul. So all of this ephemera and the pictures I'm going to use for this first layout is actually from Mother's Day. That's how far back this goes. I have journaled since Mother's Day, so I want to note that, but I hadn't printed any pictures from this day. And so it just sort of kept getting put on the back burner, but it was a really special day and one that I was sort of excited to remember. I actually had therapy this week, and I swear for the entire hour, we pretty much talked about social media, not necessarily my social media, I mean a little bit, but just social media in general and the effects on your life and the effects on children. We just really went in depth discussing it. And so it sort of made me remember why journaling and sharing it is so important. I use journaling very much as a tool to always stay sort of present in my life, and I share my gratitude. I like to memory keep. There's so many different factors that go into my journaling process and the reasons that I personally journal. And a lot of it is for my mental health, because I don't only journal the good things. Like, this happens to be a really good thing. But truthfully, Mother's Day is really hard for me. I lost my own mother over 20 years ago, and it's still something I struggle with. It's something that I've been very transparent about. But because of that, Mother's Day is not an easy day for me. And my family knows that. My husband knows that. My friends know that. And so it's a day that we do try to make special, but we also don't try to put a lot of pressure on it. And I'm so grateful that my family is so aware of my needs, especially on that day. And I'm just so grateful that they put so much care into really creating special memories for me. So anyway, that's what this layout is about. A lot of these bits of ephemera were from that day. Abby actually bought me this whole book, and it was like mushroom postcards. She knows I love mushrooms. I know, I feel like everybody loves mushrooms. I mean, how could you not? Look at how cute that postcard is. So I wanted to pull one of those postcards out of that mushroom book. And I have lots of pictures, and that wallpaper that I put on that page, the other page from the postcard, is actually some wallpaper my best friend sent me. So that's really cool. And the rest of the ephemera are just bits from the day. I actually have a Dolly Parton sticker. Abby gave me that too. And I'm just going to add these photos. I think a couple videos back, somebody asked where I printed my pictures, and I actually just print mine at CVS when I want them to have this Polaroid look. I love the way that looks. I like the way it looks in my journal. And so since I had a whole bunch of pictures to print, I didn't use my printer. I just went to CVS and had them printed, and I chose the Polaroid option. You can do it right on the kiosk. So that's where I printed my pictures. And I'm actually putting this specific picture. It has a lot of the presents that were given to me, candles, postcards. Lizzie brought me those beautiful flowers. She knows one of my favorite gifts in the world is actually flowers from street vendors. So she actually passed a street vendor, so she bought me those incredible flowers. And so I just put that in the sticker package that the Dolly Parton sticker came out of. So that way it doesn't go in the trash. Hooray for that. I'm just going to add the pictures of the another picture of just the flowers. And then this was actually our lunch. I actually made lunch on Mother's Day. I cooked, but to be honest, I was craving it. And it is a favorite meal that my kids love. It's a veggie pasta. It's totally vegan. We are not vegan, but it's literally my family's favorite meal, and it's very hearty, and the recipe is incredible. If you want it, let me know. Maybe I should make it on camera or something and share it with you, because it is just sort of my recipe that I came up with, and it's amazing. So anyway, I took a picture of it because it's really bright and pretty. So I just stuck all the pictures all over the layout, and now I'm putting that Dolly sticker in there because, I mean, who doesn't love Dolly? Give me a break. She's amazing. And what I'm going to do is actually do about 4 layouts. I actually think I ended up doing 4 pretty simple layouts, but I'm going to save the journaling for the end, and then I'll show you what they all look like in the end. So now I just add washi tape right down the middle, and then I'm going to use some of these little stickers that I got from Your Creative Studio, and I'm going to sort of place them around the layout just so I have places to journal. I want to make sure I can write a little bit. And since I actually made that page into a pocket, I actually stuck a card in there, but I actually will also add like a paper bag in there, and probably I'll add some journaling to that paper bag as well, because as always, if you know me, you know I have a lot to say. So I will add, oh, there's the paper bag. See, I think I'll just add some journaling right onto the bag. That was actually something that some cards came in on Mother's Day as well. So it's from one of our favorite stores in Uptown Whittier. It's called Local Fixture. So if you live in Southern California, anywhere close to Uptown Whittier, go to Local Fixture. It's a really neat store. And I'm not sure if you can see off camera. I should have showed you, but over there in the corner, you can see I have how I organize all of my sort of random journaling supplies. Most of it is from Your Creative Studio, but a lot of it is just other things that I've purchased, sometimes on Temu or Amazon. So they're just labels and backgrounds and corners, and I have them all organized in little acrylic caddies. So the stickers are all in one, flower stickers are all in one, those little books of tiny stickers are in one, I have tickets in one, labels in another. So I just sort of keep it off to the side while I'm journaling, so that if I feel, so inclined, I can just grab supplies out of there and use them. Okay, so I wrapped up the Mother's Day layout, and now I'm moving on to a really simple, I don't even really want to call it a layout, it's just a page. But my kids went to the Lanny concert a couple of weeks ago, or maybe just last week, and I found this paper, and it was just on our piano all folded up. And I said, "Oh, Abby, is this yours? You forgot to take it to your room." And she said, "Oh, no, Mom. I brought it for you." I guess the lead singer handed out the lyrics to his brand new song or something. And she said, "I knew you would want this for your journal." Oh my gosh, that's like music to my ears. I say it every time they do it because I'm telling you, it just makes my heart so happy. So I just sort of trimmed it down. I'm going to glue it right onto the page. And then I'm going to add that photo. They took a really cute selfie right before they went to the Lanny concert. And I'm just going to sort of use a clip to put it right onto those song lyrics. I actually think it's really cool that the lead singer or whoever handed out those lyrics did that, because that's just like such a 90s thing to do. I feel like when I used to go see bands, they would hand out lyrics sometimes, like if it was like really important. But I feel like now everything just gets posted on social media. So I actually was like super impressed that that was something that even happened. So excited to put that in my journal. So I put that really pretty picture of them just right up in the corner. I had this little scrap. I save everything. I just can't stop myself, but some of this cardstock is really cute. So I thought that that cardstock was pretty and I could do my journaling on it. So I'm just going to use some of this thick washi tape. I just rip it in half. I glued down that scrap. I added some washi, and now that will be where I go back and journal a little bit about my girls and the concert and that picture. Now, the page itself did look a little bare. I mean, I know it was really easy. I said it was just a quick page, but I do end up adding a little bit of flowers and then some word stickers, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. And just a side note, this is why I really like putting some of my favorite creative pages into the journal when I sew it in, because in times like this where I don't really need like a really detailed layout to happen, it's really great to utilize those really cute images that I sewed into the journal. I just sort of rely on it to be part of the page. So that cute little children's book image is also part of the layout, just because it happens to be the page I used. So that's people always ask, like, why do you make such busy pages? You're going to cover them up. Well, I don't always do, and this page is a perfect example of me not necessarily covering up every single page and utilizing that cute image even in my layout. And this next, if you want to call it layout is also just a very quick page, and it was to commemorate my husband's 50th birthday. We actually celebrated a few times, but this was the first time with our very, very best friends of about 20 years. We all went to our favorite Mexican restaurant, and it was just the best time. Our best friends are like so important to us, and they're just so crucial to have people like that in our lives. They just really fill us up. They are funny and kind and loving and generous and all of the things you wish every human in this world was. So Kathy and Marie, Mike and Sarah, this was just the best night. And our dear friend Marie actually made these really funny crowns. It's kind of an inside joke and kind of not, but we all wore them for some pictures. And so the picture I have that I'm putting on here of Steve is him putting it on. And it was just such a night. I mean, we had a ton of margaritas, a ton of Mexican food, and it was just one of those nights that was perfect, like everything you want. And so I had to commemorate it. I had to put it in my journal, and I had to save one of those crowns because it was freaking hysterical. So anyway, I'm going to go back and do some journaling on that page, but otherwise it was just a quickie. So this page will be a little bit more involved. It was a Disney day very recently with my other very best friends, Ryan and Ashley. I've talked about them before. Ryan and I have been friends since we were 15, best friends, soulmates since as long as I can remember. And Ashley and I have known each other since I was about 19, I think, maybe sooner. Ashley, if you're watching this, comment below. I don't even remember how old we were. Kids, though. We were kids when we all met. But we do try to go to Disneyland 2 or 3 times every year together because it is one of our favorite pastimes. Ryan and I were annual pass holders, even in high school. And so some of our favorite happy memories are at Disneyland, I'm sure, like many of you. So we recently went, and we specifically went to just kind of hang out. We really wanted to go to Lamplight Lounge, and we also did the viewing for World of Color, like the dessert and drink package. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I didn't have high expectations. I was like, oh my gosh, will my seats be good? Will the drinks actually be good? Will the dessert be good? It was all so good. Totally worth it. 10 out of 10. And I will definitely do it again. In fact, I think it's something I want to gift to people who I know go to Disneyland a lot. It's like a really fun thing. And World of Color was amazing. So I have a couple pictures of all of us at Lamplight Lounge. That was the first thing we did when we got there because it was hot and we were just excited to go have some drinks and have some good food and talk and chat. These red wristbands were actually the wristbands you had to wear to be a part of the dessert World of Color package. So I kept mine and Steve's, and I just stapled them right onto that little vintage Mickey storybook page. And I've had that little vintage Mickey storybook page, I'm telling you, probably for like 3 years. It was a scrap from a journal I made probably 3 years ago. When I say I don't throw anything away, I'm telling you folks, I throw nothing away. So I also added my ticket from the day, and I just put it right onto the page. I love the way it looks. Minnie's just as cute as she can be. So the challenge for me was figuring out how I was going to add these sketches. Ryan, in all of our years of going, him and his partner Moses had never, and actually I think Ashley had never done the Animation Academy or been to the Beast Library. Like, they had never done that. Like, how have we been to Disneyland so many times? We've gone so many times together. I'm not sure how it's been that they've never done that. But my friend Stephanie, who was also there, she's the one who brought it up, and we were all like, oh my gosh, we're going to go do that next. So the Animation Academy is so much fun, but it is a huge piece of paper. And then that long strip of paper with all those like Mickey balloons we did when we were going down towards the Beast Library. So I really wanted them to be a part of my layout. I just didn't know how. So I created a pocket with yet another strip of a page that I sewed into a journal, and I'd been saving forever, has a little vintage Minnie on it, and I just made it into a pocket, a little thin pocket, and then I added some more pictures of us just sort of on the background, and I'm just going to add the Animation Academy art and the little balloons into that pocket. And so they're not really showcased, but that's kind of okay with me because really it's just the memory I wanted to keep. That's what's really important. So after I add this washi tape, I am very happy with how this layout came out because I was just sort of throwing things onto the layouts because I really had no idea what I was doing. And I add some staples. In fact, as you can tell, the lighting starts getting darker and darker because I was journaling for so long. that the light started changing. So I apologize for that. But I just sort of was really lost in the process and I didn't want to stop. I was so excited to put all of these pieces together that I'd been hanging on to for a while. So the challenge for me was making these thin enough to make them fit into that pocket because they were two pretty big pieces of paper. I don't really care that my journal gets really thick and chunky, but I just didn't want like the pocket to burst or anything. So I used my bone folder and I made them as thin as I possibly could. And then I just stick them right into the pocket. Easy peasy. So now that I have those as thin as I can possibly make them, as you can see, I just stick them right into the pocket. And now I'm just going to add a couple of labels because I do want to do a little bit of journaling. And I also could just journal right onto those Animation Academy papers as well. It's not like I'm trying to preserve them for like ever and ever. So it's okay to even just write on those as long as you can see the drawings and, you know, I get my point across. So even though I had a couple more layouts I really wanted to do, I could tell that the lighting was changing. So I decided to wrap up my process here and I do my journaling off camera, but let me show you what the finished products look like. So these are the finished layouts and this is most certainly why I journal. These pages bring me so much joy, even as I am looking at the video, as I am doing the voiceover for you. My heart is soaring. The memories make me so happy. Putting it into words and journaling onto the pages make me happy. Knowing that I've documented these moments for my children in the future make me so happy. It's just so good to be able to journal and share your feelings. This was such a wonderful day, and as you can see, I just journaled right onto the page. These are very simple layouts, but they bring me so much joy. So thank you so much for watching, friends. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I do have a Patreon. If you're looking for additional content, please check out the description down below. I will have another process video coming soon because like I said, I do have 2 more layouts I do want to get done in this journal. So I hope you all have a really wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions regarding my process or supplies, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to help you and point you in the right direction. Have a really good day, everyone. Bye.